So I have a trip at the end of the month where I'm gonna be going to another country. So because of it, I've been working really hard on my class because I'm trying to get ahead of it so that I can not have like a lot of stuff to do in the last day of class. Anyways, I've been taking it really seriously. So by the end of week one, I was already looking at week three stuff. So needless to say, I'm pretty ahead of the class right now in terms of like the content, and I have been having a lot of free time. So recently, so yesterday, because of it, when I wake up, the first thing I do, basically make like a little to-do list. So I look at my tasks and I'm like, okay, this is what I have to do today. Recently, I've been even like using ChatGPT and I tell it what I want to do, and then I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna be doing. But yesterday, when I woke up, I look at like the task that I'm gonna be doing, and I was like, oh, there's like nothing on schedule. And it was like the first time I've had like a really good break in a long time. So I was thinking about it because like sometimes you take breaks and they don't really feel like breaks, and I was wondering like why is that? I think a lot of the times when we take breaks, we're either like distraction maxing or we're just like not enjoying our time alone. So yesterday, I think even though I wasn't alone the whole day because I spent some time with people and like I got calls and all that. Yeah, basically, even though I wasn't alone, it was a pretty relaxing day, and I was, some days you just go to sleep feeling like pressure from the next day, or maybe that's just like a me thing. It's just like anxiety for what the next day is gonna be like. I think I even had this from school. I would just go to sleep and be like, "Oh no, I have class tomorrow. I don't really want to do that." And when I mean, it all passes. Obviously, I've just learned to enjoy like the time after. But in the days that you don't have anything like this, it's like you kind of go to sleep with like a clean consciousness. I don't know if this happens to like people that have jobs or that go to school, but maybe like you go to sleep and you kind of in your mind, you know that you don't have any big responsibilities for the next day, so you just kind of like sleep really, really soundly. Even the time that you go to bed and you wake up, you're just like really chill, really slow down. It just feels nice, man. Especially because, like, a lot of the times we kind of just we get so caught up in what we do that we kind of just end up running on empty and don't really realize it for like a long time. So we start feeling signs of like burnout, and we don't really know why this is happening. I don't know. Sometimes it just kind of sometimes it's good to just like have days that it doesn't feel like you're in survival. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just sometimes you're reacting constantly, you're trying to solve problems, you're trying to keep up with like deadlines that you either put for yourself or you have. And it's good to like regain some time to have like space to think about things, remember things you enjoy, slow down your thoughts, just like a way that doesn't feel like everything is polluting you and like clinging to you. Because I think the modern day life kind of has this pace, and we just kind of like want to try to keep up with it. So basically, we have like a bunch of things in culture that just kind of push us to be as productive as we can. And I mean, it's some days that you just wake up and you're like, do I really want to be doing more? Is this like I've already done like all I needed to do? I could like use this time to grind more, but also self-care I think is like important. So it's important for us to have like days where we just exist and live. And I think like I said earlier, I think distraction maxing is also like a big problem. And I think in the long term that doesn't really it's not really conducive to like deep rest, because somebody that I used to know, not quoting the song, but like there was somebody that I used to know that I would talk to her and be like, she would always have like a TV show running in the background, and she would be on her phone, watching TikTok, and she would be playing games, and I'm like, bro, aren't you like overstimulated? And she was like, no, this is I'm just like distraction maxing. She didn't say it like this, but basically She said, I'm just like distraction maxing to prevent the chance of like any thought occurring. And I mean, yeah, there's there's downsides to this. Like, obviously, it's overstimulating. I understand why you would be doing that, but honestly, not really. Like, there's it's overstimulating. It's so much going on, and just like after you're done with this, it just feels like you just kind of feel like the time that you should be resting, you're not really resting. So that's kind of what I mean by like I don't know. I just don't understand how people can do that long term, especially if it's me. I like to be doing maybe one task at a time or two tasks at most. When I was growing up, I would play like Rainbow Six Siege and like do my homework. So I kind of grew up doing like multiple tasks at once. But yeah, basically, I can't do more than like two tasks at a time. I just start to get like irritated and angry from overstimulation. But yeah, I don't know. I think what happened yesterday, it was like a chill day. I only really did what I really wanted to do. I played some GTA, talked to some people. Some people called me. I think I did laundry too. So it's like background tasks that aren't like necessarily like big commitments or anything. It just feels like so relaxing, and then you go to bed and you feel accomplished. It's so weird because you know you didn't do anything. You know it was a slow day. You know you were able to just enjoy yourself. But I think the fact that you know that there's no other like tasks going around just makes you feel like accomplished and calm. I don't know. I just sometimes even like I I don't I don't know like what other ways people do this. My personal favorite is I used to do this when I was um in my associate's degree, but I used to and in my bachelor's I used to like whenever I had a day off because we had like a day off between classes. So during that day, I would just sit down in my bed, not get up at all, only to like brush my teeth and eat. And I would just like lay down and watch like maybe find like a random anime and just binge episode one to like the last episode. And that was pretty relaxing, I would say. You just grab like an activity and you stick to it. Another thing, I think this one was more between the time. Yeah, it was in the end of my bachelor. I would just I have a gaming laptop, so I would just like grab the laptop, and I had like a little board that you get from IKEA to put like your computer on yourself. So I would grab the board and I would put the computer on the board and like plug my controller, and I would just play Persona. And I think I did that for like 4 or 5 sessions. Every other like end of the class, it took me about a year to finish the game. I also wasn't only playing during this; I was playing during breaks and all that. But it's just like the comfort, bro. I would just like it's the same thing as when I watch the anime. I just lay down in bed. I maybe get like a bag of chips and like a can of like a drink or something. And it's just like my entire day. It's not. I would say wasted is a strong word because it's like the opposite. You're not wasting it. You're kind of like using all this just like time to like rejuvenate yourself or like recuperate, or it's just like gather yourself before continuing with like the grind. I think days like this are really important. I see some people that live without them for like a long time. I think that's really stressful. I don't really know how you can like manage doing that, especially when you have like high intensity jobs or like something that makes you deal with people a lot. But yeah, I think it's just like good to have, it's just good to have some time for yourself, some time where you can enjoy the things that you like. Anyways, that's it for today. See ya.